I'm excited to go on the tour because I feel like live music's just kind of where everything is headed towards right now, or whatever. And as far as I don't know, the first place we ever played with Blink was a lot of these places. Kind of, we played on the side stage on that tour. And when you guys had Cypress Hill out, and on this tour, on the Honda Civic Tour, we got Paul Wall coming out.
That's badass.
So what advice do you think you would give Paul Wall? Like, how do you feel, how was Cypress Hill? How do you feel Cypress Hill was received? Like, I feel like they went over really well on that tour, on the Blink tour and whatever. Like, what advice would you give Paul Wall, or you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's being the kind of the one thing that stands out on the tour can be like a really good thing as long as you take it right, and go out and earn those kind of kids, or whatever. But it's easy to kind of get down on yourself because you're like also the one that sticks out so much,
I think that Paul Wall makes total sense to be on the tour. I think that the people that are going to come to the Honda Civic Tour are open to a lot of different things. I think that Paul has such a name for himself, and he's known as such a talent that he's going to fit in really well. I mean, we're obviously really good friends with him, and I think that he's going to go over real well. I mean, my advice to Paul is just to have a great time because, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fun summer. I think that we're already friends with pretty much all the bands that are going out. Obviously I know Gabe from touring with him back in the day. I know you guys. We know Paul. I don't really know the Academy is very well, but I'm looking forward to hanging out with those guys and see what they're all about. But I don't know. I have a feeling that it's just going to be a fun summer, friends touring, hanging out.
Is Travis going to play drum solo?
He hasn't committed to it, but I might just have to call him out. Now that he has both arms back, and now that he's going to be back to playing with both hands, I think that it's time that he does a lot of drum solos for people. I
kind of feel like half the times I've ever seen Travis play, he always has something new broken, and that he breaks stuff as a challenge. He's like, this just isn't even challenging to me. He's like, can you just break my arm?
Totally. He did one tour using his opposite foot because he broke one of his feet on a tour in Australia, and then so he learned to play with his other foot. And then when we filmed the video for When Your Heart Stops Beating, he broke his arm, so he was playing with just one arm and switching that up. So
he's doing like snare rolls and stuff, like crazy stuff.
Yeah, what he did was he had when he was playing with one arm, he had his regular snare in front of him, and then he had a kick pedal over here that had a snare sample, and then a pad over here, so he could actually do these rolls using his foot and one hand. It's pretty rad.
So insane. Yeah, that's crazy. I saw videos of it on YouTube.
Yeah, he's the most talented drummer I've ever seen play.
Absolutely insane. Well, hopefully people will come out to the Honda Civic Tour, and maybe we can do the Hello, My Name is Mark podcast.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Cool.